Hey, Facebook. What is going on, Facebook family? Man, I haven't been on here in forever. How are y'all doing? What's going on? I know y'all haven't seen me in forever. Well, let me break it down and be real honest. Well, honestly, I had like a mental breakdown. Pretty much. That's what happened. Y'all know I'm always real and transparent. It started like last year. Come to find out, with me going to therapy, I was in a manic state and didn't know it. So excuse me if I was a different person from like the ending of last year until like May. Okay, just so y'all know. Like August, September last year. Yeah, I was in a manic state. And didn't know it. So May, I took a break from social media. And then I started posting in July, like a countdown. I wasn't really per se on social media until like August. But July, I started the, hey Diamond, the 48-day countdown to my 48th birthday, which is August 29th. Hey boo! So people always talk about where they are, right? A lot of people don't talk about where they were and how they got to where they are. So for me, with the manic state that I was in, my depression was really, really bad. I actually was looking at pictures of me. Hey, Nicole, pictures at me from like last year until recently. I can kind of see I wasn't happy. People will always say when someone cuts off their hair, you should know that something is going on. And those that know me know that my hair, you could trim it. You could trim it. Hey, you could trim it. And right before Christmas, it was like 2 days before Christmas, my hair was in a bun. I lift up the bun, took the scissors and just chopped it. They said that's a start of releasing, and when something is going on, when somebody wants to let things go. My purpose of cutting it was I really wanted to let go of the old me, anything that I was holding on to that wasn't for me, of me, the trauma that my hair held, all of that. So that is the reason why I end up cutting my hair off. And then I got it professionally cut in January. And y'all see my little shortcut. No, it's still short. Just to let y'all know, I'm going to get it cut down right before my birthday. I like it. I love the short look. I miss my long hair. I'm not going to lie. I miss it. But when I cut off my hair, it was a release. So I know some of y'all seen the video of when the barber was cutting my hair and I was crying. I don't really believe I would have been able to handle if she would have cut all my hair off. So that's why I'm kind of glad I did it myself. But so that kind of like started my release and transformation. January, I went to LA, had a blast. February, I went to Arkansas, a place I've never been. And actually, when I came back from Arkansas, my body started to break down really, really bad. I came back from Arkansas and I was sick and I wasn't getting better. So those that do know or don't know, I actually have an autoimmune disorder, a rare blood autoimmune disorder called APS, which is the proteins in my blood causes blood clots. Diagnosed in 2022. So it's been a whirlwind with that too. My hair was falling out because of the medication. Didn't realize that until like last year, whatever. So with that, my body takes a long time to get better. And when I went to Arkansas, we were in the conference room and about 4 or 5 people were sick, coughing, sneezing. Then you have the plane. So before I was on a blood thinner my body, I would get back and would be better within like 3-4 days. A week tops. Now we talking about 2-3 weeks that I'm getting slightly better. So that kind of like started the whirlwind. My joints were in pain. It was like a whole lot going on. Mentally at work, it was coming on too much. And it wasn't that the job was hard, because my job isn't hard. It was a lot of the changes. It was the micromanagement. It was the things that were causing my stress level to go up. So my body was inflamed. My joints were inflamed. No matter what I did, it didn't make a difference. So it was putting me into a really bad depression on some real stuff. There were times where I no longer wanted to exist. People did not know that. I would have a smile on my face. Hey, how you doing? But was really, really hurting on the inside. I know that I was very aggressive to people. I know that I hurt people's feelings, and it was not intentional. It would always be like, no, I'm just passionate about it. But as my healing process is coming along, I realized that you can be passionate about something, but you don't have to be aggressive. Micromanagement will take you out in a heartbeat, because crazy. And I don't think I've ever really been micromanaged before. So this was on a different level of micromanagement for me, Diamond. And the fact that the individual who was micromanaging had no idea what my position entailed. That was like the crazy part for me. But it was like so much going on that my first therapist, I kept telling her something is wrong. I got to go out of work. I got to go out of work. She was like, oh, we'll just talk. Memorial Day, I was in a really bad place. So I had reached out, and she gave me tools if I wasn't in a manic state that would help. I know it sounds like I'm making up an excuse. Right. They never do. You're right. They never do. So I know it sounds like I'm making up an excuse for her, but I'm not. The tools she gave me, if I wasn't in the state that I was in, would have made me feel better. Like if she was to say to me today, if I was to be like, oh, I'm feeling a little bit down, watching a happy movie, dancing, coloring, laughing, listening to music, those would help, right? But the state that I was in, that wasn't going to help. So I ended up finding another therapist that same week. And I was talking to her on the phone, and she had got a little background. She sent me the questionnaire. Now, if anybody who goes to therapy, I'm not going to say all the questions are the same, but there's a basic of the questions, because I remember filling it out for the second one. I was like, damn, I just answered that in the last one. So it was 27 questions. And the new therapist was like, 25 out of 27 shows that you were in a manic state. She said to me that I wasn't in a state of mind to make, oh my goodness, what is the word? Like being competent to make decisions. Like I was not there was no way. And how I knew something was wrong too, 2 weeks in a row I had out of body experiences, meaning that I was someplace, but I had no idea where I was. So I had to go check on people and got lost. Like it was real crazy. Like I knew I wasn't down for within a week and a half. I had 3 nervous breakdowns. So I had to make a decision, and that decision, irrational decisions. It wasn't irrational. It was like, she said that I wasn't making, like I wasn't, pretty much competent enough to make decisions. Basically, that's just, hey, Alika. It basically was competent decisions, because when I put in for my leave, I went from May 19th to June 2nd to June 22nd. And she was like, why do you have them so far apart? Can you break down why'd you pick those dates? First of all, May 19th was just a random date. There was no thinking of it, right? Because I knew that I wanted to be out for my birthday. So why would I put May 19th? That don't make sense. If you do 3 months, that don't even add up, right? So I was like, all right, I'm going to pick June 22nd. Why? That date didn't make sense either. June, yeah, and then June 2nd. So she was like, what are you doing? I said, well, all I know is that I need to just be somewhere by June 10th. And we're talking, and she said, oh, I'm going to be the one to put you out. So when she told me I was in a manic state, I had asked, how come she's seen it and not the other therapist? And her words to me was, I don't want anything from you. Now, the other therapist, even though they're getting paid out of my insurance, the other therapist was straight from my insurance plus my copay. So it was like she was listening, but she wasn't paying attention, because if you were really listening and understood and really cared about my mental health, you would have told me, yeah, you need to get away. You need to break down. So I went out on June 13th. I'm going to be honest. It was the best decision that I ever made. Best decision that I ever made. I feel good. My joints don't hurt me as much as they did before, which is a really, really great thing. Because the autoimmune disorder that I have falls under lupus. And then I found out that it shows that I have signs of lupus. So I'm not claiming anything. I see the rheumatologist in September. And that's what it is. So, I actually came and tell you a little bit of history why you haven't seen me. And shout out to all my BK sisters and brothers who will be in Miami, and they're going on their BK convention cruise. I know y'all about to have a blast. I will not be there this year at all. I had to take a break from everything to get my mental together. So on July 4th, I released my second publication, the 366-day journal, intimacy journal. Now, if y'all remember, I had put it out for November. And with everything going on, I mentally couldn't do it. So I finally released it. If you see the post, I have people who have posted it. So it is your 366-day intimacy journal, discovering a deeper connection within yourself. Y'all know hey Tasha, you have to be into me. That means into yourself before you could be intimate with your mate. So you're going to have somebody be able to take care of you and love on you and care about you and do all those things if you don't even know what you like. And we have to remember, intimacy isn't just intercourse. So I also want to tell people, this is not just for women. I know that I'm on the cover and it looks all like it's all for women, but the reason, I had another cover and it was cool. Sometimes I wish I would have kept that cover because maybe I would have more sales than I do now, but it's okay. But what I love about what Kasha did with this cover, it's an intimate moment. The mirror, being intimate with yourself, looking at yourself in the mirror, having a real conversation with yourself. That is a reflection. I was able to look into the mirror and know that I was having a mental breakdown, but didn't know what the heck was going on with me. I didn't. I had no clue whatsoever. Didn't realize that I was going down a spiral. I knew something was wrong, but did not know what was wrong. So the bed of roses, the bed of rose petals, the mirror, like really being into yourself. So there's 12 chapters of intimacy. It's the 12 chapters of intimacy. And the reason why it's 366 days, because I get asked that question a lot, is because think about it. We have a leap year, right? And there's 366 days in there. And I like 366 instead of 365. So it's your 12 chapters of intimacy, as you can see. So how it's broken down when you want to use the journal is you actually just open it up, and whatever day you open it up to, like this one is, what practices can I introduce to foster spiritual intimacy? So that is your journal question. And then your affirmation is, I am open to sharing my spiritual self with my partner. So it's not just about you. It actually is for you and your partner, but it's more deep dive into you. If you're single, it's okay because you could write down, you don't even have to fill up the whole page. You could go back and write something else down. So each day, like I said, within the 12 chapters, is going to be your journal prompt on top and then your affirmation on the bottom. And on the back, it says raising the bar on your self-intimacy, self-pleasure, and self-discovery. We have to have a deeper connection with self-discovery, right? So I had self-discovered that I was in a bad state and I needed help. We need to start looking at that. We need to start really taking a deep dive into ourselves and know that something is wrong. We tend to put others first and forget about ourselves. So into me. So I got to be into me, myself first. Before how can I pour? They always say, how can you pour from an empty cup? And I was pouring from an empty cup. Sometimes toxicity, we have to wake up and realize and start checking ourselves, being, it drives me crazy, that word, but true, being toxic, because sometimes you are that toxic person. You sitting there talking about somebody else and it's you. You are the issue. You are the problem. Hey, Sha. Please take a picture with your journal and send me a message and what you think about it. I would appreciate it because I had to just explain that it's not just for women, even though I'm on the cover, it's for men as well. But we got to really start looking at ourselves, taking time for ourselves. We have a hard time relaxing because it was ingrained in us that we have to be on the go 25/8, right? And when I was interviewing for positions to work for me and somebody be like, oh yeah, I have a full-time job. And I was like, okay, so what day you gonna work for me? Oh, okay. I'm glad you got it. Your other gift will be coming in about 2 weeks. I would say, so what day are you giving me, Saturday or Sunday? Because you need a rest day. Some people would be shocked that I would say that as a supervisor, but how can I have someone work for me who is drained? Because you're working with customers. You're asking customers, do you want samples? If you have an attitude, you have low energy, you not being yourself, how can that be good for someone else? Let's be real. Can you really be good for someone else when you're in a bad place? You think you can, but you really can't. So we need to really start taking care of us. We need to start taking care of our mental. We need to start taking care of our physical. We need to start taking care of our emotional. We need to start taking care of, if people are around you that don't know how to lift you up, why are you around them? If somebody is being disrespectful to you, why are you still connected to them? Is it because that person has a title in your life, meaning a mother, father, sister, brother, aunt, uncle, cousin? If they was just a random person and they was treating you bad, would you still keep them around? And it's not about, I know they say family is thicker than blood, family thicker than water, or whatever it is to say. But you can make your own family. You can build your own family. Those are the ones that support you. Just because I'm related to you, that doesn't mean I'm family or your family. Let's be real. Let's be real about it. Not everybody is your family. Not everybody cares about you. Not everybody wants to see you succeed. They don't. And it's time for you to take that step to look at it. It's time for you to go out and realize what your gifts are. If you don't know what your gift may be, or you're kind of stuck, find a mentor. Pay somebody to help you. And that means in whatever industry you want to be in, whatever industry you're in, find a mentor in that. If there's a particular level you want to be at, be around those people. I'll use this as an example. In Bedroom Candy, I wanted to be on the CAC. I told then she wasn't even my direct team leader. I was under her team. And she had it written down that I had told her in January 2001 that I want to be on the CAC. This is how much money I want to make every month. It took me 3 years to get there, but I did it. I didn't stay on the CAC the whole year, not because I didn't per se want to, but mentally I couldn't do it. Because I couldn't be there for someone else because I wasn't there for myself. We keep being there for others and not being there for ourselves. And that really, I had to take a step back from everything, everybody. I was shut down. My phone would be off. I would get cussed out. And today, my partner said to me, you are allowed to turn off your phone and not be bothered, but you need to let us know when you're going to do that. And the reason why is because of my medical conditions. So what people don't know with my medical condition, if I have chest pains, shortness of breath, and can't breathe, guess what? I have to go to the ER. They have to draw blood. They have to do a chest x-ray. They have to make sure I'm not having a heart attack. They have to make sure I'm not having PE. This year, I have been in the hospital every single month, except for January. And in April, I was in the hospital 3 times. I was in the hospital twice in 1 week. Once on Monday and the next on Thursday. And on Thursday, they had to take me out to the emergency room from my doctor's office because I couldn't breathe and had chest pains. That Monday, they found blood clots in my leg. I had to get my medication changed. So how are we being there for others if we are not there for ourselves? How can I be the best person, the best friend, the best team leader, the best mentor, just the best sister, the best mother, the best partner? How can I be the best of anything if I'm not being the best for myself? I'm going to say it again. The intimacy journal. When I finally took time to be with myself, I was able to finish it. And mind you, I had everything. Hey, Keita, I had everything together. Everything on my laptop. Every time I tried it, I could not do it because I wasn't in the mental space. And let me tell you something. Until I cleared myself to be in a better place, I could not finish this book. Right? And mind you, Amazon gave me, it was 2 weeks before it finally was up. I first uploaded it on July 4th. They didn't approve it till July 14th. 10 days. And I was stressed, angry, all of that. Keita, when I autograph my copies, I don't talk on the phone. I don't have anything going on because I want to put in all the positive into when I am signing a book. Because here's the thing, I don't just sign it and say thank you. I write a message for individual person. Whoever purchases an autographed copy, guess what? You get a personal message from me. And I can't have all those things around and send out a message. Yes, I am a person of energy. So for me, if I'm low vibrational and I'm writing in this book, how is this going to help you? It's not going to help you if I'm not in a good space to give it to you, right? I mean, I'm just saying, tell me if I'm right or wrong. I'm just saying, that's the same thing way I feel about food. If I'm not in a good mood, guess what? I'm not cooking. Because I love food. I love cooking. Let's get it in and put the music on and, earplug, just popping. Just so y'all know, can y'all talk back to me? Because I feel like I'm talking to myself. I feel like I'm talking to myself. Y'all can ask me questions too, just so y'all know. And on September 21st, here in North Carolina, I will be having my first event. Yay! It's called Pouring Into Pleasure. And we will be you will have this in your gift bag, but this is not what we're going to be working out of per se. Now, what we're going to be working out of was taken from here. But you can take this book home and work in it. So, you still here? Thank you. I didn't feel like it because nobody not saying nothing. Nobody not giving me no hearts. Y'all not showing me no love. Y'all don't have to give me stars. It would be great, but y'all don't have to. But show me some love. Something. Ask me some questions. Yes, so it will be in Greensboro from 2 to 6. And Swan Catering will be doing the food. Oh my goodness, the menu is so delicious. There will be a cash bar. You will be getting some products and bedroom candy. I may have some other people too. Vendoring or gift in the gift bags. But I actually know what I'm going to do. I personally thank you for pouring into me even when you were going through your own. Oh, Tasha, listen, I don't mind crying. I don't care. You're going to have me crying. You had to take the fat boy out the body. Leave taps alone. Tasha, you are welcome. Yes, thank you. Yes, I took the time out for myself. I love you too. Thank you. I had to take the time out for myself. I wasn't even a good partner. I'm going to be honest. I know he's probably not on. He might watch it later or whatever. But I know I was starting arguments. Little stuff. Like, it was ridiculous. Like, I didn't like me. I did not like me. And when you start to not like yourself, that's when it becomes a problem. That is when it becomes a true problem. And you really have to go in and check yourself. You have to check yourself. I'll be honest, I love my therapist. She told me in the beginning, she was like, I see I'm gonna have to cuss you out. Yeah, probably. I'm very hard-headed. Very. But I do listen. I know a lot of people may not think that when they say something to me, I might not listen to them, but I really do. I actually internalize when people say something to me. Sometimes too much. Sometimes too much. Come on, who got a question for me? I know y'all got a question. I want some questions. I can't see who's that came in. But hi. I can't see it. Because you didn't pop up on the bottom. I see you in the corner. What questions y'all got for me? Somebody got to have a question. But yeah, so the autographed copies. If you were in North Carolina, and I do not have to mail it to you, it is cheaper for you to get your copy from me. If you are coming to my event, you get your, and it will be autographed and everything. I'm super excited about that. Like, I'm so excited that I've finally stepped out my box and doing my event. Because I was scared. I'm still scared. But guess what? I'm going at it scared. And I'm excited about it. I'm super excited. And it's not, let's see. My event is on Sunday, September 21st from 2 to 6 p.m. Part of me wants to have it hybrid where it could be where people could buy tickets to come and be virtually. I think I might do that. What made you come up with the way you say into me I see? The way I say it or the word itself? The reason why I say into me, because when you think about it, intimacy, break it down. Into me, I see. So I actually came up with that, I'm going to say 3 years ago. It might even been more than that. It might have been 4 years ago. I think it might have been even 4 years ago with Into Me I See. I've been saying that for a while because it was important to me, because I was learning how to be into myself. Oh, the way I have it read. Oh, because I like the way it looks. So, in, to, being into you, me, I see. Because I didn't want to write it as C, S-E-E. I like the number 2. And it just is like so different. Okay, so anything with me is going to be like a little bit different. Like the name of my company is The Love Bar, LLC. We're raising the bar to intimacy, self-discovery, and self-pleasure. The THA, I always like to do it different than anything else. My other brand, Noni Knows Things, it was never a S. It was always a Z for nose and things. It was definitely a Z. I like to come out in that way with it. That's why it's always like the THA, the Z's. The Love Bar and Noni Knows Things is pretty much the same brand, kind of, sort of. Just Noni Knows Things did more of your behind the scenes stuff. So Diamond, if you was to see that, right? If you was to write that out, how would you write it out? Oh, my watch died. How would you write it out? And how would you say it? Because I'm very big and I like to ask those questions. So who wants a copy of the book? I need to stop calling the book a journal. It is my second publication. I'm excited about that. I'm super, super excited. I still got some more stuff that I want to do as well. I can't believe I'm on live. I was like, I'm scared. I haven't been on live in forever. And like I said, y'all quiet. Y'all got me seeming like I'm talking to myself. Anybody want to come up here to have a conversation with me and talk to me? Talk with me? But y'all got to be on camera. You can't be hidden. You got to be on camera. That's a good question. Oh, how would you write it? Y'all see me in the background? I took that picture almost a year ago when we were on our cruise, and that's when we were in Nassau. That was the day we went to Nassau. Oh, thank you, Tasha. And my college degree. Yo, I graduated with my bachelor's 15 years ago. 15 years ago, I graduated with my bachelor's. And now I'm ready to go back to school to become a licensed sex therapist. And focus on the discovering you. I'm a natural on camera. For real. Thank you. You know, I love helping people and talking to people. That's why I want to go into that part. What picture you want to see? My college degree or the one I took last year? Yeah. So, but my issue with going back to school is mostly all the programs are virtual. I mean, yeah, virtual, online, and I want to be in person. So the schools that are out here, I need to look into them to see. And I need to see if there is, you know how some schools you have life credits? You never saw that picture, Tasha? Yeah, I took that when we got off the boat in Nassau. Yeah, when we got off the boat in Nassau. That was one of my pictures. And then I had took like a small photo shoot the last day. I guess it would be the same day we went to, wait, I can't remember. We went to Coco Cay on Sunday and Nassau on Saturday, I think it is. Then that Sunday, I took pictures. Yeah, Sunday. But if y'all don't have any questions for me, I'm gonna leave y'all now. If y'all want a book, if y'all want a journal, sorry. If y'all would like a journal, just hit me up. I can send you an invoice. And just so you know, the invoice has, if you have Afterpay, you can pay for it in Afterpay. Yeah, for real. If you're in North Carolina and you want to attend my event, it is up on Eventbrite. I also have a link, so if you don't want to buy it on Eventbrite, you can let me know, because the first 10 tickets are $55. As soon as they sold out, there's no more of the $55 tickets. The tickets will be $60 at the door, and it includes brunch, the journal, a swag bag, and not a swag bag with papers in it. It's going to be products inside the swag bag. Bedroom candy products. I might go in and bring some other people in. How are you known to have taken for? Wait. Oh, how am I now that I have taken time for myself? If we are from 1 to 100, honestly, I would say like 30-40%. I would not at this moment give myself 50%. And the reason why is, when I think about September 22nd, my body gets, because your central nervous system takes account into everything, right? So my central nervous system is like, oh, like every day that I'm like, oh, it's the countdown. Oh, just so y'all know, this will be day 30 of countdown to chapter 48. I don't have to do a post. This will be the post. My body knows. So last Saturday, no, I was cool. And then Thursday, I was down. Friday, I wasn't feeling well. I actually had a headache and some joint pain. This weekend, I've been down. I'm not even going to say a little, but a lot. I'm starting to get a little bit better. So that's why I say 30%. 30%. And honestly, I even told my therapist that if I have to go on medication, I'm fine with it. My primary care doctor asked me that today. He was like, are you okay if they want you to get on medication? Absolutely. I actually would like a happy pill. I would like to have more happiness. But I can say this, Tasha. It was one of the best decisions that I made. And it was said to me about 2 weeks ago or last week, the pictures that I post now, I look happier than I did months ago. And I was like, yo, I seen that. I noticed that. Even when I was in New York and I took the pictures with my daughter, I could look at myself and tell that something was wrong. I was even more swollen. Even last year when I looked at pictures with my aunt and my uncle that came to visit me, I know some people be like, oh, you so pretty. Yes, that is progress. Oh, you so pretty, and it's always like, you so pretty for your size, or you look this way, and da-da-da-da. And that is a trigger for me. So I don't like to hear it. I don't like to hear you got this either. That is a trigger, because I never said that I didn't have it at this moment. Allow me to be in whatever it is that I'm in. I noticed that I've lost weight. So before I went on medical leave, I probably was like at 250. I might even been more than that. I don't know, but at least 250. I'm down to 230 now. And my goal before I went on leave, my goal was to be down to 200 by my birthday. And guess what? If I'm not down to 200, I'm okay with that. I do need to go out. I'm going to tell y'all a secret. I don't like being outside. I was outside today and I didn't like it. I like to be outside when I'm with someone. I don't like to be outside by myself. I don't. Me and my therapist need to figure that out. Because I don't like it. And I don't know if it's because people in their germs and it frightens me, because if I get sick, I get sick. And I'm usually sick when I get sick for like a month. And I live by myself. And there's nobody who could come here and take care of me. Not for me being sick a month. Like a couple of days, yeah, but not a month. Any more questions y'all have? So let me ask y'all a question. Would y'all ever take a leave of absence for work to get your mental health together? Especially if you have short-term disability. Nobody not answering the question. Would y'all ever make a decision to take time for you? And what would it take for you to realize you need a break? Strongly thinking about it. So, Tasha, you said if you could afford it, you would. So let me ask you this question. Hey, girl. Hey, Maisha. Thank you. Tasha, do you have short-term disability with your job? Yes, take it. Take the time, especially if it's an option. Absolutely. Absolutely. Tasha, it is time for you to take a break. So here's what I would suggest. If you have benefits from your job, most jobs usually, if you've been at your job, you should have FMLA. Look to see if you have short-term disability. Find you a therapist. Usually most jobs have an employee assistance program, which is EAP. So what I did was I had already had the number to the second therapist. So I was able to give it to them. And with the EAP, I was able to get 5 sessions at no cost to me. You do have to pour back into yourself. 5 sessions. And then anytime I call and it's something different, I get 5 extra sessions. My suggestion is, and Diamond, this is for you too. Look at your benefits to see if you have short-term disability. If you can get FMLA. I'll say this. If you cannot do it for 12 weeks, do it for at least 2 weeks, 30 days. Find out if you have short-term disability and do that whole process. Because here's the thing. You don't want to end up in a place where you are no good. You have both. So see, with my job too is I have FMLA, and if it's past the 12 weeks, we have something called ADA, and that keeps me with my job security. My therapist, put it this way, they know that I need more than 12 weeks of therapy to go back. Maisha, I want to be by the beach with you. How can I get to where you are? How much longer you going to be there for? I want to come. I want to come. I need to go to the beach. I need to be by some sand and some water, like ASAP, ocean water. You have that too. So Diamond, I would say look into it and see how it works for you to go out. And there are different types of leave of absences. I went on behavioral health. So it could be mental behavioral health. So that's the behavioral health side. It could be physical. Yeah, so I would look into it, because if you are feeling yourself overwhelmed, it's time for you to take a step back. It is truly time to take a step back, no matter what. Because if you can't be good outside of you, that means you're not being good for the inside of you. Come on, let's pass around the collection plate. I'm playing. But I'm telling you, it's something to think about. Maisha, I'm not going to tell the whole entire post that you posted, but I'm going to just share this. I met Maisha when I came to Greensboro and started working at Drury Hotel. I didn't know her, didn't know what was going on with her, and I hugged her. I didn't know. It was like my first week there. I think I was there like a couple of days. And I hugged her and then found out later that her mom passed away. Maisha had posted that work was going crazy for her, and her job was like, we need you to do this. And she's been spending the last few weeks by the water. And I'm loving every time she posts a sunrise, a sunset, the darkness of night with the stars and the water. So FYI, Diamond, while you on the boat, take some pictures. My inside is kicking my ass. So you need to go. I know you may not want to go, but maybe you need to go to the doctor, because you get on a plane in 2 days. I'm just saying. And also, Diamond, it could be stress. So the stress can be causing your body inflammation. So the trip may be something that you need. You know. Which part do you know? The inflammation, and you need to relax and take some time? Yeah, because if you're stressed out, and remember, it doesn't even have to be work. It could be thinking about something. It could be some form of anxiety on what's going on. It could be something that we don't even know. When I say my joints were in pain every single day, I was in pain every single day. It took about it took about a month before my body truly started to relax. So you're talking about from June 13th to July 13th. My body still has some tension in it, but it's relaxed so much more. Yeah, it's stress. It's stress. We don't want stress to kill you. Y'all got any questions for me? I'm always going to plug. Y'all want your copy? Let me know so I can send you the link. And it'll be autographed. It is definitely crazy how it affects. And for women, it affects us in different types of ways, more than certain different ways than it does men. You don't know what the stressor is. Okay, see, I had a combination of knowing what my stressor was, but take some time this weekend, and see what your body is going through. So those that don't know, when I was going on 30 years old, it was January 2007. I was working at the hospital in Brooklyn, and I actually had a TIA, which is kind of like a stroke. I had no idea what was going on. kind of like in a different state of mind too. But it was stress from work and me working within a 5-day period. I was working like all these different types of shifts. So I used to, this particular week, I was working the overnight shift. So I was working 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. So I would get up, get ready for work, get on the bus, get on the train, go to work. I did that for like a couple of days. I had no idea what was going on. That Saturday night, was it Saturday night? Sunday night. It might have been Sunday night. I can't remember what night it was. It might have been Sunday night. I was at work. All of a sudden, I couldn't remember how to do my job. And I was in admitting in the ER. Oh, I can send you the book. I'll send you the link. I got you. You're welcome. Thank you. So I was in the ER. My left side of my face started to slur. It started to drip down. The nurse that I was cool with there had actually said to me, you need to get up. You need to come in the ER. And I couldn't remember where I was. I didn't know where I was. I didn't know what was going on. So when I say it's time for you to take a break from whatever is going on, please do that. Please. Like, for real, please. Please. I don't want you to end up like me, because y'all know I love y'all. I don't want you to end up like me. I don't want you to end up even worse. Because if I would have stayed on at work, I may not be sitting here talking to y'all right now. And those that are very close to me know that is very true. So I really want you to really start taking a look at life. And here's the thing. This is not me being naive. This is not me not understanding what's going on in the world. I know jobs are hard to find right now. I'm not necessarily saying leave your job today. I'm actually telling you to make a plan for whatever it is for you to move forward. Take some time off. PTO time. Take some time off. But here's the thing. When you take that time off, that time is for you. It's not for you to be mommy, grandma, aunt, uncle, daddy, partner, none of that. Church person, none of that. This time is for you to actually decompress from the world. Okay? Truly decompress from the world. You want to know why? Because we won't be there at work, but we'll be present at home. We'll be present at taking care of this one. We'll be present to take care of that one. Be present to take care of this. And then we sitting back and we're wondering why is my hair falling out? Why is it that I'm irritated? Why is the pen that's on the desk irritating me? When I say all these things, these are things that was irritating me. And I was just like, why? It doesn't normally irritate me. If something was on the floor, it irritated me. That's how much. Take a look at your job benefits. People are dying and dying young. I'm going to be 48. When I was younger, people were older. We talking about 80s, 90s passing. Not 20s, 30s, and 40s, and 50s. We got to get our health right. So do I. I need to get my health right. Working on it. Working on it. I know that I need to go outside more to get sunlight, but I kind of cheat a little bit because I have a patio and my patio has sunlight. So I'll lay on the floor and just allow the sun to hit me, and I'll lay there for as long as I want to. I've only been to my pool once, and it's right downstairs from my apartment. But my end message for y'all. One, thank you for being on here with me. I know I've been on here for like an hour, and I truly, truly appreciate y'all. Thank you, Maisha, for the stars. Michelle, I will send you the link for you to get your autographed copy. Are you in North Carolina, Michelle? Look at your PTO. Look at your health benefits. It's time for y'all to take time for yourself. I truly love y'all very, very much. And I totally appreciate y'all being here with me because it is truly important. I was just coming on to talk about my journal, honestly. But I guess the message tonight was it's time for y'all to take care of yourself. And to me, I see you need to be intimate with yourself, right? But I really want y'all to, oh, you're in Georgia. Okay. I really want y'all to really start taking care of yourself mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. Hey, Charlie. Because if we are not here for ourselves, we can't be there for anybody else. As much as, like Tasha said, I poured into her when I was going through it, and I will be pouring into them like it was no tomorrow. If you didn't know that I was going through something, then it was like, really? Yes. When I pour into you, I truly love you. When I am talking strong, that means what we're talking about, I'm passionate about. I want to see you succeed. I want you to get out your own way. Even though I might be in my own way, I want you to get out your own way. I made sure that I started to get out my own way. Let me tell you something. If 3 people show up to my event on the 21st, I'm still going to be happy because you know what? I did the event. Hey, Tiffany, I did the event. Regardless, I did it. I wasn't scared. I've had to change the date because technically it was supposed to be this weekend. I've changed the date. I still have to pay for the venue. I still have to pay for the, what is that? My caterer. So once I pay for those 2 things, if I don't make any money for it, it's not about that. Originally, that's what I wanted it to be, but it's not. It's about me pouring into others. It's people to be understanding, to know that they really have to be into themselves first before they could be intimate with anybody else. And being intimate with yourself, meaning that PTO and time off that you need to take, yes. That's what you told your coaching instructor last week? Oh, yeah. You gotta sit back and, so those that do know me know I pour into people, right? I always say I don't like people, but that's not really true. I have a love for people. I have a love to help them succeed. I have a love to help them get better. I have a love to watch you bloom and blossom into whoever it is that you want to be. The same way there's people that pour into me to make sure I get that same thing. When I was going through my stuff, even though I was doing that, I couldn't see it for me, right? So who was holding me back? I was. Yeah, you one person that show up, you great. Yo, but Tasha gave me an idea. Guess what I'm going to do? Charlie, I know you on here, so you're going to help me figure out how to put it up there too, because I know you up here, Charlie. It's about adding value. Absolutely, Tiffany. And I'm going to tell a story about you so you can't go nowhere. Charlie, I got to make it virtual, so you got to help me put it up virtual. But that's going to be limited. I'm only going to send it to people that I'm only going to send the virtual link to pay if you inbox me and you are not in the state of North Carolina. So let me tell you about Jacqueline Tiffany. Tiffany saved my life. Tiffany saved my life. Tiffany we used to work together where I say we used to work together because I know she don't no longer work there anymore. Tiffany saved my life by giving me the therapist that I'm in now. Tiffany seen something in me. When Tiffany first came to the job, she hit me up and was like, oh my God, thank you. And I was like, for what? Why are you telling me thank you? She was like, you speaking, you making, she just was, the words that she said to me. Even at that time, I wasn't in a good space. You heard what I said. You got to help me figure out the virtual part. Maybe I would do the Facebook with virtual. Don't make you cry, Tiffany. Why not? Cry. I know your birthday was the other day too. Happy birthday. You're a part of my club now. Not as old as me, but you're a part of my club now. She was like, Noni, I see so much into you. I just everything. And we just clicked and she was going through stuff, and her and I we just clicked off the bat. Besides being the only two black girls on our team, just so you know. But when I had my first therapist, you're welcome. When I had my first therapist, she was like, Noni, I have somebody that I was like, no, I'm good. And then I was like, no, I need that number. She knew that person wasn't right for me. Tiffany helped save my life. Tiffany helped save my life. And you could cry because I'm getting emotional. I give Tiffany her flowers because people who see me on the personal side knew I was going stuff, but work side did not. And Tiffany seen. She would say, you don't need to be at this job. This is beneath you. Especially when she found out my credentials and all the things that I have. So I say that to say, get you somebody that not only is going to pour into you, but to help you with the steps to get better. Tiffany helped me write letters for certain things. So I got supposedly written up at work because I spoke up for my team. And when I was talking, they put me on mute. I got pissed. I didn't cuss anybody out like I want to. I got off the meeting for a good 10 seconds and got back on and had nothing else to say. When it was approached, I recorded. Why did I record? Because I didn't trust them. It is what it is. Find you someone that's going to help you get to the next level for whatever it is that you are ready for. And you may think that you are not ready, but if you are fighting where you are, not only fighting to be seen, fighting to be heard. Oh my gosh, I really was crying. Fighting to be heard, fighting to stand up for something you believe in. And there is nobody listening. Find you someone who's going to listen. They always say, find your tribe. When we're old as adults, it's hard to find your friends. It's hard to find your tribe, but so worth it. So worth it. You are powerful. You are amazing. I want each and every one of y'all, if y'all don't take anything else from this live, I want you tonight to write down every single thing that you want. I know my glasses stopped them. But you can see my eyes is all red and stuff. Write down what you want. Talk to somebody. You were fighting yourself. You had to release and you found you again. Yes, I did. I had to find myself. I was definitely fighting. Woo! And I'm so happy. I am so happy I am where I'm at right now. 2 months ago, I could not see the future. 2 months ago, I couldn't see the future. I couldn't. I could not see the future. So those that know me know that I am truly speaking on experience.
I'm saying that as someone who loves to see people grow and who support people, that I need for y'all to take time. And it doesn't have to be a lot. If you want to talk to somebody to be able to help you get to a better place, talk to someone to help you write it out. Charlie and I were on the phone the other day for 12 hours. We talked about anything and everything. The only time I'm ever on the phone that long, besides with my daughter, is with Tasha, Diamond, Shaitan, and Mo. We will be on video 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours. And we talked about anything and everything. Speaking life. Okay? Oh, it was Saturday. It wasn't even Sunday. It was Saturday. And when you are having a conversation with someone, you never know what will come out. You never know what will come out. You never know what you're holding on inside, right? You never know what, how you could get to your next level, because the person that you are talking to could ask you a question, right? You know, sometimes sitting in silence is a really good thing, but sometimes sitting in silence isn't, because you will sit back and speak negative to yourself. I started to feel a certain type of way when I went to the doctor today, and the medical assistant, her energy was all nasty. And I just started singing a song just to build it up. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to write out Saturday, and we weren't even talking at something. No, we wasn't. We was just sitting there doing stuff. You're right. And it was 12 hours. We was on the phone for 8 hours and 1 minute, and the phone just dropped. And then was on the phone for another 3. So 11 hours. I want you to sit back and start writing stuff that you want to do. I'm going to throw it in again. This intimacy journal has 12 different intimacies in it. So you're not just talking sexual, communication, commitment, work. I want you to start putting yourself first. I know you have children. I know you have husbands. I know you have wives, boyfriends, girlfriends, kids. Put yourself first. You have to carve out every single day to put you first. I don't care how you do it. Put yourself first. And with that, your intimacy coach, Noni Fonsa, aka The Love Bar, the author of the 366 Days of Intimacy Journal. Sis, do you understand how sexual you are? International sexologist and speaker. If you are in the North Carolina area, September 21st from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m., I will be having my very first in-person event, maybe virtual, maybe be able to log in virtually. Going to work on that. I would love for you to be there. Right now, tickets are on sale for $55 until those are sold out. Then it's $60. The journal, if you are in North Carolina and I can meet up with you, it is $30 for me to mail it. It is $35. If you would like a hard copy, because it comes in paperback and hard copy, just let me know. Hardcover. I thank y'all so much for y'all time, y'all patience, y'all in my lives, sending me love. I love y'all. If y'all need me, my inbox is there. If y'all have my number, reach out. I'm here. I love y'all. Y'all have an amazing time on the cruise. I'm sad that I'm not hanging out with y'all, but it's okay. I'm not going to be on social media this weekend because I'm going to be sad. Nah, I'm going to be fine. Y'all have an amazing night. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Remember to put yourself first. If you can get some time off to get yourself together, please do. I love you.